The skip bin is finally here. Today we are moving this pile of rubble into the bin and having it thrown away. It's all hands on deck, including the chickens, who are actually here for entertainment more than anything else. They're really bad helpers. We are finally attacking this stupid pile of rubbish that I have been dealing with for far too long. Granted, we have been adding a lot of the stuff that we've been finding around the garden to it, but it has just become far too big. So we ordered a skip bin and we're just getting it done. Majority of the stuff here is actually just rocks and stones that we found, bits of broken bricks that we've pulled up, and a lot of concrete. Most of my job today is kind of looking after the kids and doing the best that I can. Josh really did the bulk of it, which I'm super grateful for. Arthur and Felix kind of helped a little bit, but Felix wasn't feeling too great. Someone did suggest that we bury it ourselves, but since we figured this area is actually going to turn into our front garden, we really don't want to be leaving things behind. And if we do decide to change things in the future, I don't really want to be having to dig this up again. What we're working on right now is just getting rid of this pile of rubbish. It's the next step that we need to get through in order to really start working on this front garden area. I have high hopes that September this year we will finally have it ready so that I can plant for spring, but it's going to take a lot of work. After this is sorted, we're actually going to get a retaining wall built so there's more space to back up. And then after that, we're actually going to fill the area behind me with soil. It's actually going to be on a slope where we're going to build our beds on top of it. So got a lot of hopes, a lot of things that we need to get done, like ordering a huge amount of topsoil to put in there, and then creating our beds and figuring out the layout, building them, then filling them with dirt, and then hopefully mulching everything so that it's just really nice and neat, but it's a lot of work. A lot of the debris that we pulled up is from the other side of the tree on our driveway. That is where I think it used to be kind of a turnaround for cars to leave the driveway, but there's this giant tree in the middle and the roots have just really lifted everything up that it's more of a hazard than anything else, so we figured let's pull it up and incorporate it into our future garden. Now this is the end result. It's a full skip bin, full of building material, and it is ready to go. Arthur has been such a kind helper and very good today, so he's helping me sweep, while Josh is just pulling up the last of the bricks. Because we've been working so hard, I figured the best way to celebrate getting rid of this giant pile is by making my most favorite thing in the world, which is potato salad. I think that I make a pretty darn good potato salad. Kind of have a little bit of a secret here, which is probably not a secret for most people, but I think if it's got it in it, then it's going to be amazing. So like with any potato salad, it starts off super simple. You get your potatoes and you cube them up. It does depend on what type of potatoes that you use. I know that's a weird thing for some people, but make sure that they're really good for boiling, because you want to boil the potatoes in hot water until they are soft, but also still retain their shape, because you really don't want to be like mushy. That'd be just gross. It'd just be gross, mushy potatoes. So here I'm chopping my onions up. I also chop up the green onions, and you can't see it too well, but there is an air fryer on my stove, and that's where I'm actually cooking some bacon. Then I have already had some hard-boiled eggs, so I chop them up and add them to the mixture as well. Then there's onion powder, garlic powder. Look, I don't actually really measure this stuff out. I just kind of dump it in. You just taste it, and that's how you know. I have written a recipe, which you can check down below to my website, and I've got all the measurements there if you need it, but I like to do it by feel, so salt and pepper it, add some garlic aioli, and the secret ingredient, pickle juice. Some people add pickles in, but you need that juice. And now I'm using some mayonnaise. Now I got this mayonnaise super cheap, like 75 cents or something. It doesn't matter what mayo you use because I think that all those extra herbs and stuff that I use changes it up. To mix that together, add your green onions in there. I also add my bacon in there after I chop it up too. And then I add my potatoes. Now I add half my potatoes first, and then I slowly kind of mix it in because you're not trying to mush your potatoes. You just want everything to be covered. And that's when I will add the last of my potatoes in and then mix that. The secret with this one specifically is to put it in the fridge for as long as possible, at least 2 hours. I find that the next day it tastes the best, so I love making sure I have plenty. This will feed about 6 people. And also, I had some parsley outside, so I thought, yes, I am going to incorporate the smallest part of what I grew. So I put some parsley in it. Although I did, harvest the chicken eggs myself, so I feel like that's pretty good. So for dinner tonight, we're having sausages. Now these are vegan sausages, which, look, I've got nothing against meat. I have it all the time, but I don't really like sausages because I find them super greasy, but these were so delicious. I'm making Arthur's plate here with a bit of tomato sauce. He gets a little bit of potato salad. I've got some microwaved corn. I really love having corn that you can microwave really easy, and I like it at this size because I've got young children, and also my husband's, he likes corn, but he's not crazy about it, so it's good. And it's summer, so we're having watermelon. We worked hard, we deserve it. This is Arthur's plate, and then this is Josh and mine's plate. So this is what I would give to everyone. Delicious.
Yeah. Lifting. It's very, very heavy.
Yeah. It's really heavy.
All the way up. Look at it go. Now he's going to put it on the truck. You watch. It's hitting the tree. It's so tall. Oh, look at that.
Yeah, I see.
You see?
Yeah.
Not cool, isn't it? Ooh. Our tree's in the way. There it is.